Just going through my feed.
What's on there?
It's peaceful flowers.
That's always nice to see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like the old Instagram Drinkwater podcast.
We are back.
Been a bit. I thought
It's
we were
been a
going
while.
to do a tour, a vlog, go somewhere.
And I was looking forward to that, but I got injured.
a-
I injured myself.
What happened again?
Fell off one of those line bikes.
Got a Band-Aid.
Got a Band-Aid on.
Big sook, mate.
I know it hurt.
Just put some, just scrape a bit of cement in there.
A bit of cement in there, harden up.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Injuries hurt.
they do.
It's just annoying. I think they don't even hurt. Find things don't hurt anymore. They're just annoying.
They're annoying.
They just ruin my routine. Anything that's going to ruin my routine is just something I don't want. I look at things very practical
I would
nowadays.
even find getting injured. Sometimes I like it. When you get to actually just like, I can't walk. I can literally just put my feet up and relax and watch TV, and I don't feel guilty.
That's true.
I deserve this right now. Look at me. I just got back from war. So there is that part that's really good.
There is something to that. Yeah, there's something
But
to
I
the
don't
idea
think
of
this
war.
is it. Little Band-Aid on the elbow.
Band-Aid, my leg hurts.
I can't see anything.
I think a breeze
Need the proof when you're in a big cast and you've got your leg up and you're like,
Well, that's true. I went for it. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I'm ready to order Uber Eats tonight.
wow.
I go on really good waves of not getting it, and then something bad happens and I get it again.
Back to it.
It's always back to it.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like I didn't go to the gym last night. I was looking forward to it. Got this injury. It's like, well, I guess I'm going to have to stay at home.
Perfect.
Watch the war.
Watch the war at home.
Watch the war at home.
Watch all the perspectives.
I know. It's an interesting one.
It's based.
Based.
Yeah, well, we were talking about that term. Who invented the term based?
Yeah, so the term based was invented by Lil B.
Lil B, that rapper.
A rapper, Lil B,
Yep.
also known as the based god.
Oh, right.
Yes, I think.
Based on that music bass? Like,
No, it was based on his ideology.
so he was using it
He
the
was
way
using
it's used today.
the exact way it's used
Wow.
today, but for something very different. It was funny with Lil B. He had songs called like "I'm Gay."
Yep.
He was very pro-gay, very pro everything. Like he was just very open-minded,
Right.
and especially
Bass.
He was based. He was based.
Before there was a bass.
And then Bass was saying that, gay people being gay is a mental illness.
Yeah.
Trans people don't exist. Then that became based.
That's the thing. There is no bass because I guess it's people's subjective opinion is their bass.
I think, the start of it being used in mainstream culture
Yeah.
was almost
Anti-wokeism.
It was basically like
Calling out wokeism and being like, bass.
Yeah. And it was the opposite of what it was intended to be.
Right. Where
They
it was
basically went
kind of like how woke was.
true.
Where woke used to be anti-government,
Yeah.
anti-colonization. You were brought here against your will. And
What's
the
going on in the
government's-
water?
Yeah, what's in the water? It's like, wake up to the truth.
Yes.
Get out. It was pretty much get out of the matrix. But
Yeah, it
now
was.
it's just progressive civil rights is now woke.
Of course,
Wokeism.
Liking Joe Biden.
Yes, is woke. You're a
you-
wokey.
Yeah. You're a wokey.
A wokey. A brokey wokey. Go woke, go broke. Based.
It's scary, but I think that's normal. Things have to almost become the opposite of what they started out to be.
But they're close. It's like hot and cold.
Yeah.
You know when you do the cold water, it burns almost.
True.
It's a funny little yin and yang of nature.
Yeah, it's literally the
Things that are so opposite are
Yeah.
so close. And I think it's that thing where it isn't a spectrum. Everything is a circle.
goes back.
So
around.
the extremes are actually right next to each other on each
Interesting.
side. Based.
Based. Based. Whoa.
That's based.
Is there anything else? I think I had something else in mind that was one of those things as well. The idea that something completely changed. Oh yeah, like the music industry, punk. Punk is like, we hate business, we hate everything, we hate the idea of money,
Anti-establishment.
anti-establishment, and then it's this idea that I could make money on saying all these things.
Oh,
And then
right. So punk music.
And then
how
yeah.
you profit off it and become a multimillionaire.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you realize, I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, it feels good to be rich.
Yeah.
I don't like being some poor kid in London just kind of like hungry and angry and screaming.
I was thinking about this analogy. It's like Monopoly. When you play Monopoly,
Yeah.
when you're winning and you have 4 hotels set up, you are so invested in the game. And you're like, guys, But then
Hey, we got to get back to
we
the
got
game.
it back to the game. But when you're losing, you're like, man, like, what's this game like?
Let's
Why
go
can't we just
outside.
like go outside
Yeah,
and
no.
play a bit, man?
Dude, let's finish this game. I'm sick of it.
Let's finish this game. It's not even real. We're literally playing a board game. This isn't even real right now. There's more to life than money, man. It's like you literally have one little place and you've got to pay 10K every time you pass me. So
Some dude's literally got like all these properties, like what is it, mortgaged out.
yeah,
So, like,
all mortgage
you-
out. He's like, man, what's the point of this game, bro? We don't even need this.
It feels nice.
Yeah.
Feels nice to have all the blue houses.
Oh, yes. You're having fun.
You're having life.
Every time someone rolls, you're like, let's go.
I guess you're on me.
Even if you get close to it, you're like,
Yeah.
next time. I didn't get you to that. You got to come back, though. You're going to have to circle back around.
Is that how life feels?
That's probably what it's like.
Do you think that's how it feels to be rich?
Oh, definitely.
People always say money doesn't buy happiness.
That's, yeah.
I was thinking that. I saw it come up. Who was it? I think it was someone in Palestine talking about it. This
About
was like,
money
I'm
not-
watching all these, the videos back, people in Gaza,
Yeah.
like tourists talking to people. It's like money doesn't buy happiness. I think it does.
I think it does.
I think it just straight up does.
Well, I guess what's happiness? Is the first thing.
Happiness
Comfortability?
is the monopoly. You want to be the guy
With the 4
with
hotels.
the 4 hotels. You feel good.
You're counting the money.
Yeah.
You're like, I've got 10K here, and I'm ready to just blow this. You become charitable. You become.
Hey, do you want
you're like, oh, I think I've lost. You'd be like, bro, here's $1,000.
Let's keep it going.
It'll come back to me anyway. Enjoy it. That is literally how it feels.
I honestly think
How the government give out money. They're like, you can have $500 a week. You're gonna go spend it, and I'll get it back anyway.
Of course. I honestly think money doesn't buy happiness was invented by brokies.
Yep.
I don't think anyone with money is unhappy. And it's
I'm
literally
sure
like a
there
secret.
are.
I don't think so.
I think there are.
I've gone the other direction. I don't think that exists.
I think if you have a lot of money, you have a lot more pressure and stress, and that can lead
don't,
to
though.
your
You don't.
relationships getting tarnished. Definitely you do. If you've earned that money
Yeah.
through a means,
Yes.
means you're wealthy, you have wealth, and
Yeah.
you have investments in this thing. You have pressure.
I don't
If
think
if you just won the lottery, you're not going to be very stressed about all the money you just got. 'Cause you didn't do anything for it.
Mm.
If you've done all these things for it and you're still doing all these things, it's stressful.
I think
Extremely
it
stressful.
only comes from greed. I think there is only greed. I don't think money, people who are rich.
But it's like
are
beneficial.
unhappy.
You become rich, you buy a real nice place. You need that consistent income. You've adapted this new lifestyle. Where it's like you can't just now chill. Or then you're going to have to downgrade and downgrade and downgrade and downgrade.
But there's the idea that if you are rich, the idea if you have money, you can live by like a very humble means.
On this podcast, we talk about wealth, finance, and business. My name is Ahmad Umad. It's my favorite podcast.
Is it the Ahmad Mahmood show?
Yeah, he's got the sunnies there.
Yeah.
He's like, hello, brother. I love
You
this
start calling
intro.
people brother. Muslim people love to do that.
Hello,
You convert
brother.
to Islam and then you start calling everyone brother.
Everyone's brother.
No, I'm thank you, my brother. Thank you, brother.
Well, yes, that's part of the religion where it is everyone's within the Muslim Brotherhood.
Oh.
Where they are your brothers and
They
sisters.
are your brothers. I started watching this British vlogger who converted to Islam.
Really?
Yeah, I watched him go to Mecca for the first time and cry.
God.
And he's using the brother thing.
He was brother. Thank you for the trip, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Yes. Thank you, brother. Thank
I
you.
like it.
You think it's good?
I think it's good for your connection to someone. Where you don't see them as this random stranger. You're like, thank you.
Okay.
Random, where it's like, thank you, brother. It's like, whoa, we're like family or something now.
Brother's good. Buddy is
Cheers, buddy.
Being ruined.
Yeah.
Mate. I can't
Mate's
stand
good.
mate.
Whoa. Okay.
Mate, I find it offensive. Oh, you're in
Yeah, mate.
bloody Australia. I'll help you pack. If you don't like the word mate, I'll help you pack. Literally, where do we start, mate?
Where do we start? Get
But-
some boxes.
I don't like mate.
I think it's the best term in Australia.
I
Because
think
it's like, I don't know, like where I go do jobs at a house.
Yeah.
You kind of cool the tension when you're like, hey, mate. They're like, can trust this bloke.
I see it as condescending straight away.
But I feel like if I rocked up to a house, I'm like, hello, brother. It's not going to be the same. The tension isn't going to be quashed.
you think it's
They're going to be a
like-
bit more
Yeah.
worry someone, like, what are you drilling into those walls? Be like, hello, brother.
Hello, brother. Do you
Beautiful home, brother. Be like, hey, mate. They're like, oh, you're fine, fella. It's in the back. You'll see it. Get out there.
Right.
Watch my jewelry. It's somewhere there. Just stay away. Be like, hello, brother. Nice to meet you.
I thought brother would be good. It's like you're not going to steal from your brother.
No, it's not good.
You think it's bad?
Because it's Australia. It's mate. It's just a very this is an Aussie. It's just some bloke. Some trustworthy bloke like the rest of them.
This is the thing. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's just me, my experience, but I've only seen mate as condescending. If I get a text from like someone who's like, "Hey mate, are you free for this?" Da 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 da. I feel like I've been big dogged. A bro's nice.
Texting is different.
Oh, okay, so if someone hits you with a mate on text, you find it's condescending?
I wouldn't say condescending, but it's a bit unnecessary.
Okay.
You don't need to say mate on a text.
Right.
Yeah.
It's also, I think it's being adopted, cause just like based, things are
texts
changing.
are very unprofessional. It's where you don't need to be. It's like the bro's good.
The bro's nice.
Yeah.
I like the bro.
Yeah.
The bro is
A
good.
bro on a text is perfect.
Yeah, bro on a text is perfect.
Because it's just like, it's just some silly text message. Yeah, whatever.
Man, I do a man.
Yeah.
But what I'm noticing, the man and the bro are being too gender specific, and they're starting to become problematic to a lot of people. Whereas mate is now...
I thought that would happen, but I have never seen it happen.
Really?
Where I'll see extremely woke people be like to a group of girls, what are we doing, dudes? Or whatever.
Dudes, I think, is maybe fine.
But it's just within the vocabulary.
I think
and
bro,
it isn't problematic. It's just how people talk.
Bro? Because like, how do you assume I'm brother? I'm not a man. That's the thing. I'm starting
I think you're going in that too deep.
I might be going into it too deep.
I feel like people don't even really care about that because it's kind of slang.
Saying bro.
Or dude. It's kind of funny.
Dude's nice. I don't think dude has any sort of gender attached to it.
Yeah.
But I worry that bro does. And I use bro a lot.
Use bro a lot.
A lot.
With both sexes.
No, just with men. With women, what would I do?
Dude?
Hey. I'll probably just say hey, and I'll say their name.
Mate?
I'll say their name.
Right.
Yeah. What can you use mate for women? Yeah, I think they do. They've started to use mate for women. It's like this.
What's the female mate?
What is the sis?
Nah, but it's like mate.
Sheila?
Sheila. It's probably
Hey, Sheila.
Hey,
That'd
Sheila.
be good. Hey, Sheila, you free?
Hey, mate. Hey, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila, you free later tonight?
What is Sheila? I need to actually know that.
Sheila, I guess you've got like the word she in it.
She and La.
Sheila, I feel like
Sheila got
was
an I in it, doesn't it? That's a bit.
It was probably a name of like a bogan Australian lady back in the day, who was like Sheila O'Connor, or
and
something
everyone
like
kind of just referred to
women as Sheila. We just got another Sheila. It's like Becky.
It's your best friend, sister, and soulmate. Sheila.
Okay, Sheila. Does it say where it came from?
It's just boy or
Where it
woman.
originates?
Irish name Sailey, which I guess that's Sheila.
Okay.
So it's from Ireland.
So from an Irish name.
It's a bit Irish. Hey, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila.
Hey,
I don't know if they
Sheila.
use Sheila anywhere else.
Definitely not.
It's like an old
They
Australian.
use mate in London.
They use mate. Yeah, mate.
Hey, mate.
Yeah, mate. I prefer a London mate to an Australian mate.
I feel like the London mate's a bit more threatening.
Hey, mate.
Hey, mate.
Hey,
You're
mate.
right, mate.
You're right, mate.
Are you right, mate?
I kind of like it.
It's a bit scary.
Because they say mate.
you want to go, mate?
Mate.
I feel like people don't say that here.
Mate.
You want to go, mate?
Mate, cut it out.
Yeah.
I always say, mate. Enough. Mate. I never see mate as a good thing
Like
anymore.
using someone's full name.
Yeah.
Mate.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Pull your head in.
Yeah, pull your head in, mate.
Mate.
I've always seen mate as, or not even always, recently as just a negative thing.
May 8th, they want to make Australia Day for mate.
Oh, gosh, that's right. Yeah, I hate that.
I kind of like it.
Because you were talking about old Australia. You think there's like an old Australia?
I was watching
that
Bondi
doesn't exist
Rescue and there was this guy getting arrested.
Yeah.
I wish I could imitate, but it's very much like I can't even do it. It's such a hard accent, but it's like the 80s and 90s, 70s Australian accent, which has gone extinct.
Right.
And when I heard it, I was like, whoa, that's from like, you'd watch Two Hands with the Joker actor.
Heath Ledger. Right.
He doesn't sound like that, of course, but all the other actors, they just have this accent. You're like,
There's an old Australian
but
accent.
it sounds different. Yeah. Sounds very different.
Does it sound like a parody of an Australian accent? Does it sound
Pretty
like someone
much.
doing an Australian accent?
Yeah, it sounds. But I think it's just the old Australian accent.
Right.
And it's evolved.
I think it has, because what happened as well back in the day, men and women sounded different.
Yeah.
Nowadays, Australian men and women,
blending.
it's the exact same accent. The exact same voice.
Yeah.
Australian women,
Oh, there's a bit
be
more of look of this for the girls.
that used to be back in the day.
It's still that.
Nowadays, it's like, hey, can I please have a coffee? And a guy's like, hey, can I please have a coffee?
That's in cities.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Go out to some towns, it'll be a bit different.
I think it's traveling. I feel the Australian accent, or even accents
Sydney,
in general,
Brisbane,
men and women
Melbourne,
sound the same.
Adelaide, everyone kind of sounds like that. But I feel like if you went to
The country.
past Wollongong to little country town, people aren't going to sound like, hello, could I please just have a coffee, please?
Hey, can I have a coffee?
They're like, hey, morning. Could I just get, just a coffee, thanks.
Do they sound the same?
Cheers, love.
Cheers, love. Oh, yeah, and a man wouldn't say that.
Yeah. And then there's the bloke, be like, hello there, mate. Yeah, just a coffee, please, mate. Cheers. Nah, card. Do I look like a city slicker, mate? Got cash, mate.
Not a bloody ATM.
Do cashies, mate. Let me know.
I think it's changed because I guess you have the idea of gender roles. Men had to sound a certain way, and then women had to sound a certain way as well. As a woman, you had to constantly be like conscious of the way you were sounding. You wanted to sound
bit more
light.
petite
You
and
wanted to
pretty.
sound, like a lady.
Yeah.
You had to soften your voice. And I feel that's changed.
Mm.
I don't think there's an idea that women have to soften their voice at all. It's like, I'm just going to talk.
Definitely don't have to, but I feel like they definitely still do.
I don't think they do. Every single woman I talk to has the exact same accent as me. Or speaks exactly like I do. They don't have any softness anymore.
Hardening up. I disagree, but
They're becoming like men, and we're going to be talking about it.
we're going to be discussing the issues.
But yeah, I honestly think that's probably the big reason why the Australian accent has changed. Because you have so many, and it's also an idea.
I think it just sounded a bit more wild back then. It was a bit more ruthless.
I think men had to be more ruthless.
I just feel like through American media it's changed, where we sound more American.
We sound more American.
It's approaching that, where we were just raised on Disney.
That's true.
We
Sweet
watched
Life.
iCarly.
Yeah.
They didn't watch iCarly.
That's true.
They
They would
were
have only
watching-
watched,
I don't
weird
know what
Australian
they were
shows.
watching, yeah.
I do think it does have something to do with men as well. There aren't any expectations of a man to sound masculine or have a deep voice. Still there a tiny little bit, probably like 20%. And I feel probably it's this guy that you mentioned that you saw, probably like he would have grown up 40 years ago. And he would have been like, men have to be tough, deep in your voice. And it's the whole idea you would have had kids that voice didn't break until they were like older. That's a problem.
You would have to imitate a voice.
Yeah, you would
to
have
the
to
point
imitate a
where that
voice.
becomes your voice.
Yeah, literally. But nowadays, if a guy's voice didn't break, it's like, it's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's actually a
It's
benefit.
literally. I remember going to school, there was a kid whose voice didn't break, and it was kind of cool. It literally didn't matter.
It's a perk.
Yeah, like you've got rappers, like, a lot of rappers. Playboy Cardi.
Yeah.
Sounds like a baby. It's cool.
Never even heard him talk.
Really?
I don't even get some of these rappers what they do.
But it's the whole idea, especially rappers and like men in music, all have crazy voices now.
Speaking of rap, did you watch the ONEFOUR documentary?
No, I didn't.
Then what are we gonna even talk about?
Yeah, what do we get? I know. I probably I can assume certain.
You're not putting
things.
into work.
What
knee high them days on a curb.
is that? One of the
Little bar.
Oh, that's good. So what happened in this ONEFOUR documentary?
Well, they pretty much go deep into the police's response to their music, which is pretty crazy,
Right.
and just how they have never performed in Sydney.
Really?
Still,
Really?
properly.
Why?
The cops just shut it down every time.
Really?
Yeah.
What's because it's the idea that their music promotes violence.
Yes.
And we don't want.
No, I'm joking. But freedom of speech, bro. This is America.
That's the funniest thing in the world. Just like if they just said that.
But
Like,
it's definitely.
I thought this was America. I thought we had freedom of speech. It's like, no, you're in
it's
Australia.
There's
I don't
no
know why you're
freedom of
sounding
speech.
like that.
But you can definitely see the bias here, and I think it is a thing where the police probably are a bit scared where it is like with a skinny white junkie rap. that promotes violence and drug use and everything. It's a bit less threatening when there's like some skinny junkie on the nod. He might have a knife, but it's like, is he going to even be able to push that through? Yes. But when there's
huge islanders,
it's intimidating to the police. It's
and
like
they're talking about killing people.
All 4 of us couldn't fight 3 of them. Like they would probably overpower us physically. Where they
maybe 2 of them. 4 they could take on you. One.
So they're built like warriors. It's a threatening. Yeah, I'm sure it's very threatening to the police. Where they're like, we kind of just want to quash this. Yes. They don't even want to deal with it. It's insane what they'll do, some of their tactics, where they would call promoters, they would call nightclubs where they're going to play. Yeah. And they'd be like, we're just looking over some of those alcohol breaches that you had, and we're going to look into that deeper if you let them perform. Really? Just letting you know. So if you let them pay, you might be getting some fines soon about those breaches. Or it's like, that's blackmail. So the crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
So they just... literally, the police are kind of following them close,
and just bullying them completely.
What's the idea? So ONEFOUR performs, and then what? A riot breaks out.
I think it's probably a lot of things all compiled, where some of them just have a personal vendetta against seeing them making money off violent music.
Okay,
and we're not gonna set a trend that's a thing you can do.
Okay.
Say in America,
yeah,
we're not going to even let that start.
Nice.
Not even going to let you take off a bit. And then I feel, it's kind of that they're the first ones to do it, so they're going to have to reap all the repercussions.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Where I'm sure there are a lot of other rappers that probably were allowed to perform.
Yeah, like brothers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That we're not talking about.
But then that's
killing.
a lot less violent.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
it's a bit
don't
of
talk
both.
about killing people, and you can perform.
And it is that whole thing where it is in America.
Or England.
Or England, where there's a lot more freedom of expression laws.
Yes.
Where it's like, we don't really have that much freedom of expression. Like, there are things you cannot say.
So they're talking
in
about...
Australia.
Again, ONEFOUR, I'm not too familiar. I listened to a few songs back in the day.
Yeah.
It was like a long time ago now, which is crazy.
Yeah. And they popped. Crazy.
They popped insane.
And it was like they imitated UK rap, but they had completely brought their own style to it.
Yeah, completely.
I was like, no more FB, catch me or Wicker.
What's that?
Just like the dealing apps.
Oh, okay.
Just perfect bars. It's
right.
Like, shanks on shoes, shanks on what? It's incredible.
Was good, yeah, it was big.
Yeah,
and everyone
huge.
felt like they could kind of pop off.
Yeah.
I remember that energy. There was an energy in
crazy
Sydney
energy.
where rappers were like, oh, maybe we could do this.
And it was, you can see the juxtaposition where it's like the white Kid Leroy with blonde hair, the beachy looking kid that just took off at the same time, while they were the minority were just completely suppressed by the police.
Yeah.
And it is sad where it's like they could have become one of the biggest groups in the world.
Yeah, 100%.
Where they literally, you can see how they completely lost their chance. Which is crazy. It was like Skepta was playing their music, Dave was playing their music. They could have toured after if they did Sydney and Australia, they could have toured UK, toured America, done collabs over there with all these rappers. They could be one of the biggest things right now.
Here we go. So there's an idea, they were legitimately probably like one of the biggest, if not like the biggest drill group in the world.
Yeah.
I think they were doing better numbers than like 6-7
Yeah.
and like who was it, Section Boys and all
completely.
those groups at the time.
Way better songs.
Really?
Some of the, like The Message.
Okay.
Crazy.
But I knew their numbers were going insane.
Yeah.
So they couldn't go overseas?
They could. I think it was more that they never even got to tour here.
Couldn't they just immediately go overseas?
So they went to New Zealand, and then one of them just got turned away at the border because Raptor had called the New Zealand police and pretty much said, if you let him in, we might have a bit of an issue. So it's like, please don't let this guy in.
Yeah.
But then they still perform, but it's just like, there's just not that energy. They never got to have the crazy video at the packed out show. Everyone's screaming.
Of course.
And then everyone's calling them like, come on this tour, come do this, come do this.
Yeah, they didn't get their hometown.
Insane.
They didn't get the hometown show.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And still haven't.
Yeah.
And it's like, drill's dying now.
Because I was going to say, like, there is an angle.
They've got to start streaming. I want to see JMs with a sneaker or neon grilling an OnlyFans girl.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see them reacting to the the Gaza bombing of the hospital. They'd be like, "Well, bro, we don't know. We don't know who actually. We don't know if I can't do a New Zealander accent. I've lost it. What is it? Oh, bro. No, we don't know if it was.
That's so bad.
We don't know if it was
That just sounds offensive.
We don't know if it was the IDF. We don't know if it was Israel that bombed that hospital. We don't know if it was Hamas. The thing
That's
is,
the worst
I was
accent
looking
ever.
at the rocket. Apparently, it's a little bit too small to actually be an Israeli rocket. I mean, it's such a bad accent.
That was bad.
That was really. That was. I'm sorry.
Cut that.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry, everyone. That was terrible. Terrible.
Even the content they reacted. Why would they even do like political commentary?
I thought there was something funny
They
there.
could do some stream, just like some Spaniard style.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Get their YouTube popping, because it's hard to just like pump out music videos. Just
You got Colt
insanely-
Shotter. Just do Colt Shotter. Wear crazy
They could
shows.
just do some food
clothes.
vlogs, I reckon.
That's true.
JMs and YP go to El Jana. That's actually pretty good chicken, bro. The chips are a bit soggy and that, but like it was a pretty good feed and all.
That's good. It's good. I'm unable to do a New Zealand accent. I only do a real.
They don't even have
racist
that
one.
strong accent. They do, but
Yeah, but it's the inner west or the west.
yeah, it's
Western
more just
Sydney
Westy.
Islander.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Mix.
doing a stereotypical racist. New
The
Zealander
most,
one.
like-
Yeah, the most just
Straight off the boat.
Oh no, bro, we're going to the show. They won't let us perform.
Then it sounds like some little white kid doing it in high school.
I mean, do you know what? It takes commitment. Comedy's about commitment.
Takes commitment.
Oh, bro, they won't let us perform at the shows. They said the police are gonna not let us in. Not gonna let us perform.
But who knows? Well, they got to perform.
So they couldn't go to the UK or America.
Yeah.
Why would
Maybe they could have. I'm not sure about that. But I feel like it is just a thing. You have to do your city first before other promoters overseas will take you on.
Right.
You got to kind of show that you can bring those numbers.
Should have they done the Simpsons thing
What's this?
where they do the?
You said it like I should know.
I said it's like it's a thing you should know. Where Homer joins the barbershop quartet.
Yeah.
I think it's like the Beatles. That's what it was. They weren't able to perform or something like that, so they performed on a rooftop.
Well, what happens is Kid Leroy just brings him out at his Sydney concert. But it's a surprise. None of their true fans are there.
Yeah.
And it probably went hard, but it still is like, it's not the same.
They needed to do something public.
Yeah.
In all honesty, they needed to book out like a warehouse, or they needed to book out like, again, a rooftop.
But I think it's that. They didn't want to do some red hot thing where it's more likely then that someone will get stabbed.
True.
Where it's like they want all the security and the professionalism and the insurance and everything.
So there's the idea that people going to a ONEFOUR concert are going to be dangerous.
Yeah, well, it is that thing where it's like 21 watt, but one got knocked hard. I guess that makes them 20.
Right.
And that's a real gang.
Yeah.
And then the whole crowd's screaming about some kid that died. And then if that kid's brother's there, and then it was like that kid's brother.
True. And it's like,
You
yeah.
know, the cops are probably watching the WhatsApp groups. Like, if I see any op at that ONEFOUR concert, bro, they're getting it.
Dang.
So you never know why they're shutting it down. They could have internal information that they're never going to tell people.
Interesting.
Then-
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, there's going to be too much drama. These
I'm
guys.
not the pro police, but
No, we
they've
can't do
got a point.
We can't do the show. We can't do the show, bro. They're gonna kill us. We got enemies
It didn't work.
We got enemies who want to kill us if we go perform live.
Enemies.
We got the enemies in the crowd. They've got the enemies in the crowd,
Yeah.
and fair
Ops.
enough.
Ops could rock up.
They've got the ops there.
I call them flops.
Is that a line as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
How could I
that's
call
good.
them ops? They're just flops.
That's terrible.
It's pretty good. They said it a bit better. Something like that.
They would have. Yeah, they would have said it with some
Had
good
great
energy.
bars.
And what else goes on in this documentary as well? So it's just about.
It's essentially
police.
just that.
Yeah.
And just their come up, so how they all started,
Yeah.
which is cool. And then pretty much that.
Right. And it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Dang.
Really good doco.
I don't have Netflix.
Boycotted.
I've boycotted Netflix for cuties.
I
I haven't forgotten. What about that? Just doing old things.
think I'm one of those guys that forgets.
I'm not a pedophile. I'm not
It was a
going
good
to.
movie.
Cuties.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I'm not talking to pedophiles.
I don't know if you can say that.
I don't know. Oh, you can say it.
True.
You can say that stuff.
It was a good movie though. It's Nico's favorite movie.
What do you mean?
He said it was a good.
Oh, he
movie.
said it was a good movie as well.
It was just a few scenes they definitely should have put in.
Okay.
Yeah, but besides that, it's a informative story.
Okay, groomer.
Okay, Grum.
Okay, groomer. That's fine. That's fine. We got we know the divisions: the groomer side of the podcast and the non-groomer side.
It's simple. It's very simple. The good guy, the bad guy. Plain and simple. Good to know, bro. Yeah, but what we were talking about earlier as well, the reaction videos on TikTok.
Oh, the reaction videos in
On
general.
TikTok.
This has been around for probably a few years now.
Few years.
Where you would have again, just some sort of event.
To new age propaganda.
Yeah.
To a level where it's comical.
Yes.
Where you could imagine during World War II, it's like scientists talking about Jewish people and how they're a bit different or something, and then there's a reaction video in the corner,
yeah, the reaction video,
just very
guy in the corner, yeah.
I didn't.
The reaction videos are getting out of control, and they've been out of control for a while.
Yeah,
it's become a real problem.
It's becoming a problem.
A real problem. We might start a reaction channel.
We're gonna start. We're gonna join the problem. If you can't beat them, join them.
So what you do is you basically just
you pull up a video. You put yourself in the corner, you choose your opinion, and you react to it. You show the little funny human face. People like to watch.
People love to watch a human.
People love to watch humans.
Yeah. So you have to be it's almost like, I know I've been to some acting classes. This would almost be like a warm-up that you would do.
Yeah.
Be like someone who's disgusted by what they're seeing.
Yeah.
And then, again, for the next 45 seconds, you're in the corner being disgusted. Let's say they're talking about... I don't even know ONEFOUR's treatment.
Yeah.
Their
reaction to a clip from the podcast.
Yeah, they're reacting to a clip from the ONEFOUR. What I want to do one day, we're going to have
we should do a whole podcast.
A whole episode. We just have
facial expressions.
20 clips lined up. And we just react.
I love it.
Maybe
the next one.
We literally might do that the next one.
We could start.
We could literally do this now.
Yeah.
Do you want to get...
I think we pull up a clip.
Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to try this one out.
We're going to get there.
Something controversial.
Twitter's
good.
Let's get Nick Fuentes up.
Twitter's got a bunch of these sort of divisive clips.
His take on the Chicago, maybe?
Let's see what we've got. But we're going to react live right now to a video on Twitter. Ceasefire now. Mr. Beast has done something.
Scott Morrison has just landed in Israel with Boris Johnson. What is happening?
Oh, goodness gracious.
The two ex-prime ministers teaming up.
Really?
That's hilarious. Look at them.
What's he doing there? What are you doing there, mate? I'm just looking at... This is crazy. I'm on Twitter, and it's just showing IDF soldiers poking dead bodies.
Gosh.
It's hard. This is a hard watch. It's a very hard watch. Okay, what's going on here?
You said something wrong there. It's called X, not Twitter.
Oh, here we go. What's going on? Massive... Twitter's so divisive.
Twitter's the most. It should be illegal at some point.
It's crazy.
When you do watch it, I don't know if this should be allowed. It just be spread.
So there's a video saying breaking massive pro-Palestine rally taking place in Washington, D.C. The rally is so large that the planned meeting location of Freedom Plaza can no longer hold the crowd. So if we were...
It's going to turn into a Travis Scott.
I know it does. But then at the top, the comments wow, that's a lot of anti-Semites.
Posted it?
Jimmy Dore. Who was it? Yeah, Jimmy Dore. I'm not sure who that is. But what we'll do, let's say with this video, we'd watch it and be like...
This is an example.
That's an example.
This is an example.
That's an example of
not our true opinion.
Yes, exactly. Let's see. Anything else? So much... I don't know about the horrific stuff. It's just so
it's a PG show.
I don't know what that is.
Maybe just talking points.
Yeah, there's literally everything's just the war or absolute nonsense.
Can we just put that up to the It's just a silly guy doing a dance. And it's just got a little
What I'm
clip.
gonna do?
Save that clip because I want people to. Because I like the perspective. Just goes from like the massacre to him dancing.
It's beautiful. How do I get this? But yeah, we're trying to look at basically what Twitter looks like, what's going on in Twitter, and
If you don't have Twitter, folks, I was always a hater.
Yeah, you were a hater for a while.
Once you get it, it is the most. It's a hard app to put down because everything you see is so engaging that you don't feel like you're wasting your time on social media.
Yeah.
You feel like I just saw 20 of the craziest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes, exactly.
Of all different
So I'm doing
subjects
this,
and everything.
Yeah, so you've literally got...
So we don't
don't need to see,
don't need to see the
that.
horror right now.
It's like the war and just rubbish.
And then rubbish.
Absolute rubbish. Again, war, very intense things. Intense thing. Israel just bombed Gaza's main water reserve. Rubbish.
This is a good way for the world to go out,
Correct.
though. It's a beautiful way to just watch it, where it's like you will see an entire country's just been flattened by a tidal wave, and like there's a million people like drowning or something. And then it'll be like a guy doing a silly dance.
You got a guy in prison.
And it's a guy jumping on a roller coaster, and you're like, "That's actually pretty talented."
Oh,
Whoa.
hey,
Okay,
that's actually pretty crazy. Just a cool little thing. Rubbish, random stuff. Little baby.
this guy is probably the best.
This guy. That's literally, it says so much.
It says a lot. It's a
It really
beautiful
says
clip.
a lot. What's going to come next? Oh, craziness. Yeah, but this is literally Twitter. Yeah, I
Some
literally,
animals chilling.
you can't even really,
Neon, of course.
yeah, I don't even know if there's anything to react to.
Yeah,
It's too crazy.
it's too crazy. Twitter,
But that is something that exists.
TikTok are good for reactions.
Oh,
Not that I have TikTok.
just reacting to TikTok videos.
I think just the videos, because everything's just it's a reactionary content.
right. Maybe we'll make some
But that's
reaction
hard
videos
to
on-
react to.
Very hard to react to because I think it's too in your face. and
Yeah,
it's
where
so
you're just
short.
shocked in every way.
Yeah. It's
like,
maybe
there aren't going to be great reactions.
I think it's maybe more. It's maybe like more than TikTok.
Yeah.
Maybe Twitter reactions could be a good one. Someone
Twitter
reacting to their
reacts.
timeline.
X reacts.
X reacts could be good.
That could be a good one.
Might do like a separate thing where it's like an X reacts.
Yeah.
We just go down.
We're
our
going
timeline.
exclusively on X now. We're joining up with Tucker, going under his wing, and Steve will do it.
Is that happening now? They're going on X.
They're all going on X.
I think we should go on X.
We should go on X.
We should go on X. We might start uploading the podcast on X.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
But anything else big going on in the world?
Not really. It's a bit miserable weekend.
It is a bit of a miserable
About it.
weekend. I'm
Kind
in
of ruined the
pain.
weekend. He's in pain.
War's still going on. Still intense.
But you know, look at the drink your water.
Yeah, drink your water.
Drink water podcast.
Drink water podcast.
We'll have a vlog. We'll be doing bringing some more entertaining,
Of course.
important
I'm
things
looking
to see.
Yes, I'm looking forward to our end of year recap as well.
Oh, that's gonna be.
It's
fun.
getting close.
It's getting very. close.
We're like under 2 months away.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be a really nice.
Still got 2 months, world. So go crazy. Let it all loose.
I'm still celebrating the Matildas coming forth.
Yes.
So would they come third?
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't
If
really
you're not
matter.
first, you're last. Drink water podcast.
Good night,
Let's
everyone.
go.
Peace.